Men aren't leaving, women are. And what does he get? He doesn't get purity anymore. You know, these hoes. You know, he doesn't get youth anymore, so he doesn't get either of those things. A lot of times she already has a kids. And what does he get out of that? Oh, she can leave and take half. And so from the men's point of view, they're just kind of like, F it.
There's nothing wrong with my views or beliefs because I have freedom of speech and everything I'm saying is true.
Hello everybody, it is me, Salem, and welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well, and I also hope that some of y'all have drank water, even though I know damn well the majority of you have not drank water all day. Some of you guys out there who stay dehydrated 24/7 then be like, why do I have a headache? Anyways, I just want to make sure you guys are always feeling good, you know, because there is always sicknesses going on around the world, especially through the internet. In my last video, I talked to you guys about how I was really genuinely scared because, you know, a few weeks ago, there was this horrible thing going around affecting everyone where everyone had, you know, this symptom of forgetting everything Jeffree Star ever did. But thankfully I made that video, you know, dosing everyone with a little bit of reality. And so far I have seen that my cure has helped with those who are suffering from these symptoms. But you guys know that my job as a privileged YouTuber is that I can't sleep at night. I toss and turn thinking of all the other different problems we have yet to solve in our modern day society that we don't even know is happening. It's affecting you, it's affecting your grandma, it's affecting your mom, it's affecting me, it's affecting your cat, and you don't even know it. Thankfully, a woman with good sense and a good head on her shoulders brought to my attention that there's like a massive problem going on, and that problem is that modern women don't know how to act anymore.
These hoes.
It is anarchy out here, guys. Like, women are out there having rights and stuff, like selling pictures of their feet. Like, we are literally in modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, for real. And shout out to JustPearlyThings for bringing, you know, my attention to these problems. And just doing the Lord's work with her online platform by humbling these hoes.
These hoes.
We all can learn something together today by reacting to JustPearlyThings podcast. But I think that this is going to be very interesting for everyone watching. You guys know the drill. Even though I joke around a lot, I really do like to take a nuanced, grayish, in the middle approach to everything that I react to and talk about. And since this is a topic that seems to be very incredibly one-sided, I am genuinely excited to talk about it. And you guys will also be very surprised at just how much deeper this conversation goes than you think. Now, I brought up JustPearlyThings because she is, in a way, the poster child to alpha female podcasts, and one of the, I think, few like really big female alpha mindset podcasters out there who has gained a lot of recognition in, you know, the modern day social media space. You guys probably recognize her from clips such as these.
Pearl, I saw your hand up. Yeah.
I think women want to sleep around and not have any consequence for it. Would you rather have a guy that had everything you wanted, but he cheated from time to time, but you were the main chick?
Look, they can find their way into heaven, but if you got a kid by two different baby daddies, it's like, don't ask the next guy to wait for you. Just sleep with them, ho. You ho! Stop acting like you're not a hoe!
And also people creating conversations around the things that she has said on her podcast, but also conversations just around, you know, dating and just the modern woman in general and everything. She has also had podcasts with Andrew Tate. A lot of people would associate these conversations as Andrew Tate being the spokesperson. And I think it's safe to say that Pearl would be the female equivalent spokesperson for these conversations as well. And the reason for this is because a lot of Pearl's beliefs are ones that a lot of people would consider very problematic. If you look at her most popular, you know, most viewed YouTube videos on YouTube, I think you would get an idea of the types of conversations she has on her platform.
Andrew Tate destroys feminists.
She was stunned. I'm a 10. Modern woman
And humbled.
Men are not interested in modern women. You are not wifeable. Why is everyone so upset? Well, I've already shown you some clips of kind of where her beliefs stand, but how about let's actually react to some of these clips and have a deeper conversation around these topics. Do not go out of your way to belittle, send hate, or harass anyone that I'm talking about in these videos. I'm going to be giving my unfiltered raw opinions, and if you're going to be someone who belongs in Weenie Hut Generals, click off this damn video, okay? Just as Pearl is unfiltered with her opinions, I'm going to do the same exact thing. Keep it cute and keep it cordial in the comments. I want this to be an educated conversation. With that being said, a little background on me is, yes, I am married. So before some of you guys call me a pick-me, I've already been picked, so there's no point in calling me a pick-me. Anyways, let's get into this. One thing before we get into reacting. You know, guys, Pearl believes that all women should learn how to cook, but here on my platform, I believe everyone should learn how to cook because cooking is fun and you need food to live no matter what gender you are. And that's why I'm partnering with HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. How are your guys' resolutions doing to eat healthy? I bet some of you guys already have forgot. Well, HelloFresh is here to help you by helping you eat better by delivering fresh ingredients and easy recipes right to your door and taking away the hassle of not knowing what to eat when trying to eat healthy. If you're looking for an easy way to eat well and save money, you can cut back on expensive takeout and delivery and get started with HelloFresh. Recently, the weather where I live has been really bad and I have not been able to go out and get groceries. So HelloFresh not only helps me save time from going to the grocery store, but also saves me a trip to going to the grocery store during bad weather. Go to HelloFresh.com/SalemTovar65 and use code SalemTovar65 for 65% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/SalemTovar65 and use code SalemTovar65 for 65% off plus free shipping. Enjoy HelloFresh, America's #1 meal cat. So I think one that really encapsulates and should introduce everyone to Pearl is this video, which is men are not interested in modern women, which almost has 1 million views, and the thumbnail says you are not wifeable, and it shows that Pearl is saying that. So let's go ahead and watch it.
Kind of give you some perspective. Modern women find 80% of men as unattractive. And so on dating apps, which people will argue that maybe people on dating apps aren't looking for something serious, but that's the #1 way people meet. So
okay, so we are 19 seconds in to this clip, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I know nothing about dating apps. I've never been on any. The only like meeting people app I've ever downloaded was Bumble, and that's because I really wanted to find like a group of girlfriends to just like go out with and just like lunch dates with, and it did not work out. RIP to that endeavor. But I know nothing about modern dating, if I'm being honest, because I mean, I'm already married. We started dating around like 2000. I don't remember, maybe 2017? I'm not good at math, okay guys? This is why I dropped out of college, okay? But we have been together for almost 7 years. The timeline's a little confusing, but we got together around 2016, 2017, just within that transitional timeline. But point is, we got together pre-Panini, okay? And I feel like dating has changed so much since, you know, the Panini, and I'm saying Panini so I don't get demonetized. Dating apps have always been around, like, duh, obviously, right? But the usage of them to connect with other people and kind of like meet your special somebody completely skyrocketed during the Panini and afterwards. And I feel like a lot of people underestimate just how much the Panini affected how we interact with other human beings and how much it completely changed the dating world, because it's completely different from, you know, what I remember. So Pearl said women believe 80% of men as unattractive. I don't know if that's true or not. If it is true, I wouldn't be surprised if this statistic is true, because everyone has become so shallow, and it's both women and men. I think social media has really warped our minds. We can agree that there are people out there that we all can kind of, you know, the majority will be like, oh, they're attractive, you know, like Zendaya. But that doesn't mean other people are going to find Zendaya attractive, but the majority will. However, Zendaya is not like the average person. I've said this before, when you're on social media, everyone just looks so perfect perfect all the time. If you're ever feeling self-conscious, or if you're ever feeling like, why is everyone like so much hotter than me? Like, what is it, just something like that's wrong with me? Just go to your local Walmart and walk around for an hour. Just do it. Literally just do it, and you will notice just how regular and average so many humans are, because reality is the majority of humans don't all look like freaking Zendaya or Kylie Jenner. That's just the truth. Social media has really warped all of our minds to just put ourselves onto such a high pedestal, to be rich, to be successful, to be hot, to be this, to be that. And in a way, it's almost seeped into how we perceive other people and how they should also be that way. I feel like social media has just de-romanticized the average life, and now it's not normal to be normal. Everyone wants to be unique, everyone wants to be a superstar, everyone wants to be an influencer, even though I feel like we should re-normalize being normal, because there's simplicity there, there is beauty there, and I guarantee you 1,000,000% you can still find a very fulfilling and happy love life within the normalcy of the human experience. Social media has convinced so many people and has sold the lie to so many people that if you don't have a 2-story sad beige house, they have convinced you and sold you the lie that there's no way that you could possibly ever be happy if you do not have that life. And that is such a lie. But it also takes away your uniqueness and your ability to create your own happiness in your own circumstances and to your special abilities. Authenticity and being genuine will always over-trump anything that seems perfect on the outside.
I'm not saying that is wrong, but why does it always boil down to women?
Okay.
Don't say no, because you see what Nathan said. I like you, Nathan, by the way.
I appreciate girl.
But what made me
Okay, Nathan coming in with the Riz.
Said, I like you, Nathan, by the way.
feel like you're not scared? You're more like scared to be stuck in one because there's so many options out there, because you keep dipping your cookie into the jars, in different jars of different sauces.
Thank you.
So,
But here's the reason.
so
Oh my god, her skin is insane. Like, it's so nice. Girl, drop the skincare routine for real.
I think, the reason why you don't want to commit, I feel like the way you explained it to me, to one jar, is because you're like, because you saw the other jar, you saw the other thing, you're like,
Bitch, not me getting an advertisement. Oh my god. Why am I getting so many ads? I'm not promoting anything unless I'm getting paid.
So, to a guy's point of view, he's going to commit to this girl. And what does he get? He doesn't get purity anymore. You know, these hoes.
I'm sorry. Can I laugh? Can I laugh at things? Because I can already hear some people typing away on their phones or their laptops and or other devices you use to watch my videos on, saying I shouldn't be laughing and blah blah blah. Look. Oh god, I was not expecting that. That was so out of pocket and out of nowhere, okay? It got me good. I was not expecting that at all. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Just so nonchalant, these hoes.
Men aren't leaving, women are. And what does he get? He doesn't get purity anymore. You know, these hoes. You know, he doesn't get youth anymore, so he doesn't get either of those things. A lot of times she already has a kids. And what does he get out of that? Oh, she can leave and take half. And so from the men's point of view, they're just kind of like, F it.
There's nothing wrong with my views or beliefs because I have freedom of speech and everything I'm saying is true.
Oh, that wasn't very ladylike. Pearl, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry that I have failed you. I am a disgusting modern day woman who does not know how to be a wife, even though I'm literally already a wife. But I just want to ask for repentance because that was very unladylike, and honestly, that alone,
These hoes.
warrants my husband divorcing me. Anyways, but essentially they're trying to figure out together, why don't men commit to one cookie jar? And Pearl's saying is because modern day women are not providing purity and they have children and they're most likely gonna ask them for a divorce anyways. So I want to start by saying, you know, in response to this clip that I'm reacting to, there's a strong difference between opinions, beliefs, facts, and then talking in general statements. Sometimes it's really hard to talk with people such as Pearl because because she tends to mix her opinions with general statements and her own beliefs. In this clip, she's talking about how men do not commit to modern day women because modern day women do not offer youth, they do not offer purity, they already have children, and they're probably going to ask for a divorce anyway. When it comes to the divorce rate, she's not incorrect. Studies do show that 70% of women do initiate divorce. However, only 41% of all first marriages end in divorce. And actually, the divorce rate remained unchanged at 14.0 divorces per 1,000 married women in both 2020 and 2021. And this rate is actually the lowest level over a 40-year time span. Now, when it does come to, official divorces and who actually goes on to get remarried, actually, men are more likely to remarry. And the rate for women significantly lower at only 19.4 per 1,000 women eligible for remarriage. Now, once we get into the statistic that 70% of marriages fail, it's actually referring to people who have gotten married over 2 times. So 50% of first marriages are likely to fail and end in divorce. 60% of second marriages have a 60% rate of divorce. And then on your third marriage, it's a 73% chance of ending in divorce. I know, lots of math. But then this leads this conversation into why aren't people getting married more often in the current years? Well, then this is where kind of Pearl steps in with her opinions and preferences, saying that the reason why the majority of men do not want to get married in modern day times is because of the preference and opinions of preferring a young virgin, childless woman. And, Pearl labels this as the traditional woman, that there is no traditional woman anymore, there's only modern women, and this is why, modern day men don't want to commit. I think it's actually fine for people to have their preferences. We'll say some preferences are kind of sus, and I don't think they're preferences at all, and instead they are very telling to what the person is dealing with internally, but I digress. But I don't think that preference is the number one reason why people aren't willing to commit and get married. I would just say that life has just become extremely complex in general, and for some reason everyone is delusional and wanting ancient dreams in a modern land. Everyone stand Marina. Things just do not work the way that they used to work because times are just constantly changing. The way we use media has completely changed. The way we view ourselves has completely changed. The way we treat people has completely changed. So many things are changing, and along with that is going to be marriages and dating and all of that stuff. And you have to learn how to adapt. World happiness has been declining ever since 2011, and we literally have generations of the most lonely, depressed people ever. And this is why I just don't like the conversations about, well, it's a man problem, it's the woman's fault. It truly is a personal battle with each individual that's so complex and so different. And I think that's why it's so hard to dissect. Because it's so complex, you can't just slap the label on it that it's a woman's fault because they had kids too early, now they don't want to get married, or that it's a man's fault because they don't make enough money. It's so much deeper than that. So this is the next clip. I am a tan modern woman humbled. Let's take a look at it together.
Now, let's hear from the girls. Do you think most girls are objective, or do you think they think they're hotter than they are?
Basically what she's saying is, are women delusional or not when it comes to rating themselves? I think everyone's delusional, which is so funny because I feel like we are the most self-conscious generation ever, but yet somehow we have breeded the most overly confident, God complex individuals ever. People are just a lot more regular looking than they think, and that's okay. It's okay to be regular. It's not a bad thing. When I look at every single person on this panel, from Ben Shapiro to, I don't know, this guy, and every single person on this panel looks like just a regular human being to me. You guys cannot tell me that this group of people don't look like the next TV cast for a network comedy. That's how the majority of people look. Just, normal run-of-the-mill, everyday people. And that's okay.
Personally, I think it depends on the person because growing up, I'm obviously not skinny. Hi everyone, I'm not skinny. So growing up, I was never the beauty standard for anyone. But now, I don't really care about what anyone thinks about me. Like, I've grown into myself, and I'm comfortable with who I am now, that like, even if you guys call me delusional or whatever, I think I'm maybe not a 10, let's not go that far, but like definitely an 8 per.
And for the longest time, I was so self-conscious because I had made myself believe that I was like this ugly, putrid thing when I wasn't. But now that I'm older, I snapped out of the mindset of I'm ugly and I can't do this and no one wants me and everything. And you'd be very surprised at how much people are attracted to your energy. Yes, science is real and there are numbers behind being attractive and everything. I really do believe in the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I don't think it has to do with these numerical scale of like, people aren't asking you to date them because your eyebrows aren't symmetrical. Like, hello? No. Some people aren't dating you because you're unbearable to be around. Have you ever thought of that? Have you ever thought of that? Of course, yes, how you present yourself has a lot to do with it, but also just your energy, and if you're funny and if you're cool to be around. People severely underestimate how much that can make people kind of just forget about how you look, because at the end of the day, you can put on a little makeup, you can get a haircut, you can buy a new outfit, but honey, money can't fix a nasty ass personality.
If you introduce your boyfriend, your fling, whatever it is, if you're trying to get commitment from them, if you introduce them to your family from the beginning, yeah, you can see how they engage with your family members.
Yeah.
Are they respectful?
This is so true though. I have 2 other older sisters. I'm the baby of the family, so they were extra protective over me ever since I was little. My dad always treated me like a princess. So my standards of how a man should treat me was already super high. So I would scare off a lot of guys who wanted to get at me. When it came to finding a partner, I really manifested someone who would just equally give themselves to me as I would them. And again, I have friends who are on the struggle bus with modern dating because it seems like the number one complaint is I keep wasting my time. My best advice to you is definitely don't be afraid to be picky, but also be reasonable as well with like what you have to offer. Because there are some people out here, men and women, both, who are asking for the damn moon when they themselves can only reach for the ozone layer. Like they can't even reach for the stars. Everyone offers something different to a relationship. And I think the biggest mistake that people are doing is you are offering certain stuff of yourself to the wrong people who do not value the same things that you value. I wanted to find someone who valued family, who valued art and music. I also wanted to find someone who valued humility. And I couldn't offer that to someone who clearly had their mind somewhere else. But first, in order for me to attract someone who also valued the same things, I had to practice that in my own life. And I think that will help a lot of people not waste their time.
But listen, cooperativeness, like, are you going to be holding it down, you know, whilst I'm struggling at work? Or, you know, if there's kids at home crying and screaming, are you going to give up easy? What kind of character do you have? Do you have resilience? Do you have, like, the ability to give me peace when I need it? Are you going to be able to take care of things as I need you to, when I need you to? The main thing, I think, is just that fundamental cooperativeness, that we agree towards the similar goal or the same goal, and that we're both gunning for that together.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Not me agreeing with everyone who isn't Pearl. Bring your future partner around your friends and family is going to show you who that person truly is. I know this is kind of random, but I really strongly suggest playing video games with like the person, but also inviting them to outings like friend group activities such as bowling or like volleyball. And you can really tell someone's dynamic and how they think when doing that stuff. And I know a lot of the stuff that I'm saying sounds like, well, people don't do that anymore. You're gonna have to break out of the mold of what modern dating is in order to obtain something that is rare. Put both of your phones away, stop going to boring ass restaurants, and go laser tagging together. Not only is it fun, but it's going to show you how well you work with the person. It's going to show you your partner's anger levels. Pay attention to how the person that you're putting your energy towards reacts when they lose or when they win. There are different things that you can try to really kind of make these red flags or green flags kind of bring themselves out without you doing any of the work.
You can see how they engage with your family members.
Yeah.
Are they respectful?
especially a male counterpart in the family.
Absolutely, because they can tell what that guy is up to.
But what if you don't have a male counterpart?
That's
If you don't have a brother, what if you don't have a...
I understand that
a dad,
there
what
are
if
those
you don't?
circumstances, obviously.
Yeah.
I would still say introduce them to your family.
No,
Do you have a
100%.
trusted
100%.
elder brother type figure or a father type figure that you trust? If you don't, many moms out there have played the role of both father and mother.
I know a lot of people who are watching, you probably don't have a healthy relationship with your family and you don't have anyone there to hold your partner or yourself accountable. If that's the case for you and you want to find a healthy relationship and break that generational curse or break, generational trauma of not having community, go seek community and seek the wisdom of the elders in your community. Thankfully, I had my father and my mother and my older sisters to guide both me and my partner onto the path of, a beautiful relationship. But now that my parents are in Mexico and my older sister lives in Florida, me and my partner were left alone, kind of unguided when we first got married. So we immediately were like, no, we can't do this. We need to seek someone who's had more life experience than us to kind of guide us so that we can become stronger together as a unit. And we went out of our way to find like a couples group where you just talk about couple things. You have to really go out of your way to find improvement and find community, but it's not impossible and you're not alone and you don't have to go about it alone.
Men are trash. That's common in society, right? Women are trash isn't. Men are held accountable all the time, every day.
Girl, shut the fuck up. You thought you ate that? Bitch,
16 seconds in and I already disagree with Pearl. There's a difference between being told you're doing something wrong and then someone doing something about it to make things better. Now let's be honest here. Many people, yes, are being told, well, I'm holding you accountable, but that don't mean nothing if the other person's not doing anything or putting in the effort to make things better. Now let's keep that clear.
How many women know how to do it? How many women are neat and organized?
But how many men can build stuff? How many men can fix up the home?
My man can.
That's fine, but not all men can say that they do.
A lot of these men out here want to be the next Mr. Beast, and I'm just like, no. No. But at the same time, a lot of women out here are trying to be the next Kylie Jenner. Again, a lot of these podcasts make it seem like only the women are in the wrong and that men are these like holy creatures that can't do anything wrong. But I would argue that both are stupid. Yeah. Thank you. This is the last thing I'm gonna react to because I'm getting so tired and I've been filming for like 2 hours already. So let's see, it's called This Modern Woman Cannot Accept This Fact. Men can survive without women. Let's watch this and then call it a damn day because I literally have to go meet up with my sister for a doggy date for our dogs. So I need to prioritize my child.
Do you guys think modern women need men?
Hell yeah.
Everybody.
100%.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
you tell us.
everybody. Men need women, women need men. It's how human beings are designed. We're designed to complement each other. And I think just...
I don't think men need women.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Girl, literally what? When talking about, partnerships and everything in relationships, the most important thing to focus on is humanity. Whether it is man or woman, they, them, it's not good for you to be alone. Period. There's 8 billion people on this earth. We're not meant to walk and do life by ourselves. We are meant to do life with other people, whether it is single, whether it is, family, where you have kids, or if you are barely married, or whatever the case. Either which way, you cannot be alone in this life. Human connection is so important. In order to create any sort of longevity through any sort of relationship, whether it's best friends, boyfriend, mother, your children, you need to reach the sweet spot, which is the middle ground of what makes us human. And that is to view everyone, not at surface level, but to truly get to know the essence of who they are and their soul, what they've been through, what has made them who they are, the person that's standing before you. In order to find longevity out of any sort of relationship, it's important to approach each other as human. Beyond the rating system, beyond being old and whether you're a virgin, whether you're not a virgin, I believe in the capability of human beings, and I believe human beings are smarter than surface level. You cannot obtain longevity and depth if you only hit the surface. You must go deeper into the soil of the human experience in order to find the true treasures that lie beneath. I would say the main problem is that both women and men in these podcasts are so enveloped and obsessed, and their whole world revolves around social media, and it doesn't revolve in the real world where people don't have these like crazy jobs, where people are struggling to make ends meet, where people are actually genuinely kinder and people are a lot more caring and less superficial and less, surface level than they are accustomed to. And I really do think the solution for a lot of these people is to stop focusing so much on social media, turn off your phone, and go out into the real world. And you'll be very, very pleasantly surprised with what you will find. And honestly, that is all I can say for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it throughout the entire video, please put a duck emoji down in the comments below so that I know that you guys actually made it to the very end. Remember to follow me on TikTok, where I just post random spam videos. If you want more life makeup videos, follow me on my Instagram. And remember to check out my podcast, the Salem Tovar podcast, on Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon Music. Remember guys to keep it cute and cordial in the comments. If you do not agree with me, that is fine. Just keep it cordial and educational down in the comments below. I am not afraid to block people. I am not afraid to delete any buffoonery in my comment section, okay? This is a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for such a long time, and if I'm being honest, I feel like I just didn't have enough time to fully get into it in this video. Either which way, thank you for watching. You guys know the drill. Every single time I'm about to end a video, I give you guys homework, and your homework today is to do something that you love. Eat your favorite snack, get some rest, meditate, find some inner peace today, and when you get out there into the real world, be kind to one another, love unconditionally, and help each other out. All right, guys, I'm so tired, and I still need to go take my dog out to the dog park. So that's honestly it for today. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.